Okay, this is your chance to ask me anything. You can ask me anything about broadcasting, life, whatever you want to. It's open, open for discussion. Thank you for that. I will fix that right now. It is showing at the very bottom. That'll drive me nuts too. Definitely. Let's just fix that. There we go. Nope, still there. Help. Wall text out the back. Wall text is good. Please, capture. Please. 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 Hold on. I can fix this myself. There we go. Don't know if it's something you'd be looking to answer, but if you had to make a choice between two jobs, one that was a new experience and offered great benefits and work experience that you could probably use in the future, and the other a promotion in your current field, which could offer more money and continue to work with people you really enjoy working with. The job you enjoy about 90% of the time, which would you pick? Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, if it's a field that you think would be more rewarding in the future, I would say take the work experience. But if you're happy with your current workplace and it offers you money to pursue whatever you want to, finding people that you enjoy working with is really, really hard to do. I only worked in one kitchen where I liked the people that I worked with, and I was really sad to lose that job when I did. Do you check your messages on Twitch? A lot of streamers and YouTubers don't check. I no longer check my messages. For the first 8 months I did this, no, year and 2 months I did this, I checked and replied to every message I had. It just became too much for me, so I stopped doing so. This is your best chance to reach me. I also have a contact email below if you want to contact for business. What are your views on the term selling out? Honestly, I've thought about this. I've always said I will not sell out for products I don't enjoy. However, I don't think you can really sell out as a broadcaster or content producer. It's very hard to make money in this business, and if somebody offers you something for return of something else, as long as you're not promoting an absolute crap product, I don't think you're selling out. I've been called a sellout before because I push my affiliate programs and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, you're selling out yourself, because if you're an entertainer, you're selling yourself as an entertainment destination, and in order to do that successfully for money, you have to have sources of income. If I could just do this and never promote anything and just sit down and play video games and talk to you guys, I totally would, but that's not the reality of the situation. So there's always a little bit of give and take, and I'd say as long as you're not promoting something you know is a horrible product and suggesting people buy a bad product, you are not selling out. Hey Frag, I just got done watching the documentary Indie Game, the movie. It featured the creators of Super Meat Boy. It's curious if you ever got to meet them or chat with them. I met Tommy at PAX, wonderful gentleman. He forged Edmund's signature for me twice. I've had Edmund on cast in a Skype call before, and I will say that Edmund gave me some really good advice when I was struggling as a broadcaster. I was going through a lot of mental turmoil, and I asked him a couple questions on his forum spring, and he was nice enough to answer in a way that really helped me out, so I'm very appreciative of that. Are there any games over the past 2 years you wanted to play but felt they were bad streaming games you want to go back and play? Diablo 3. I enjoy Diablo 3, but it's not a good streaming game. Do you have a specific contact for setting up your foreign Amazon affiliates, or do you just use the affiliate support service? Yes, and they should have a form where you can sign up for all the international ones at once. What kind of advice did Edmund give you? Well, I asked him once about looking at like sales numbers and stuff in reference of worrying about my viewer count and sub count and things like that, and he told me that he had to stop looking at one point because it became too much. It was one of the best things he did. And I also asked him how his fame or, moment in the spotlight changed his view on people. And he very bluntly said that being famous or being in the spotlight showed him a really dark side of people that he didn't like, which is one of the reasons he cut a lot of ties with people. It pretty much just reconfirmed what I was thinking. from somebody that was in a better position than I was. Is it hard to find the motivation to stream every day? And if so, how can you find said motivation? Well, yeah, it's hard to find motivation sometimes. The crappy part about being self-employed is nobody's going to be there and pat you on the back and tell you you're doing a good job. Or so if you're having a rough day, you really have to dig deep and find the motivation to do the best job you can. You're not going to have... I know as a broadcaster, I'm not going to have an amazing cast every single night. Like tonight, I would not consider my best cast. But I gave it my best effort, so as long as you can give it your best effort every day, you're fine. It's not so much finding motivation to be like the best every day, it's the finding the motivation to do the best job that you can. If you can do that, you can be happy with your work. Is there anywhere I can officially suggest a game for you to play on stream? You can do so right now, sir. I never heard your viewpoint on League. I know you play Dota a bit off stream. Have you tried to play League? I have not played League. I really have no desire to play League or MOBAs in general anymore. I just don't have time to play games off cast. I used to play some Dota off cast, but I cut that out. I cut out all my games off cast because I did not feel it was a good allotment of my time. I want to spend all the time I have improving the stream, working on the stream, and being with my family, and that is the extent of what I have time for. Tale of Werewolves. Alright, let me copy this. I will drop it into a notepad right now, and I will check it out after the cast, sir. I very much enjoyed streaming Dota. I just don't think it's a very good fit for my channel. So, that is what it is. I've been watching you for quite a while now, since right around the time I saw JP tweet your sub-only video. Feels like a lot has changed since then. Are you happier overall? Is there anything else you wish you could change? I am much happier since going sub-only chat. The quality of the chat and the things that I have to read on a daily basis are so vastly improved that it makes my job better. I wish it wasn't the case, but there's a lot of negative, scummy people out there. And that's not everybody that can't sub. In fact, I would say a vast majority of the people that can't sub are actually very good people, but the bad people yell really loud and it disrupts everyone else, and it disrupts the entire live streaming experience. As a entertainer, my job is really 99% mental. I could be in just terrible health, but if I was in a good mind frame, I could still be a good caster. So anything you can do as a broadcaster entertainer to put yourself in a better mood is good, and sub-only has definitely accomplished that for me. When I first went sub-only, everybody said, oh, you're being greedy, you just want people like pay to chat and whatnot, and it wasn't the case. In fact, that was the most turmoil I had been through mentally. Like the month after I went sub-only, I was like a mental wreck. But looking back on it now, it was the better decision. So caster is your main influence. I would say man versus game would be the model that you would look for. What is a mind trick you know of? I'll let you guys know a little secret of life. If you push out positive thoughts, positive actions, you will always receive positive in return. I definitely am a lot happier now, Fade. How did you come up with your gamer tag and channel art? Okay, well, gamer tag, I was originally a Call of Duty player, and when I got onto YouTube, my thing was doing trick frags on Call of Duty. So that was my thing, is how to do spawn grenades and all these other things, was breaking it down with the theater for Call of Duty Black Ops. So that was my name, LethalFrag. That's where the channel art came as well. As you can see now, I'm a variety indie game broadcaster, but I still have the name LethalFrag, which I'm fine with. Welcome to Dapper Friend. Little hand to you. What game do you feel has earned most success to your stream? Definitely Binding of Isaac. It's what I have the most hours in, and what's done me the best. Though I do believe if I would have continued to play Binding of Isaac the way that I was, my channel would not be successful anymore. I don't think you can have long-term success and be happy as a broadcaster playing one game. No worries, Felix. Take care of yourself, sir. Your name wasn't LethalFrag. What are the handlers? My gamer tag before I was LethalFrag was Toothless Carney. I don't think that'd be an appropriate casting name, so I have no idea. Do. Well, I was like 15 when I came up with the name, and then when people would call you a loser on Xbox Live, you can just be like, well, my career goal is to be a toothless ride operator at the carnival, so I win, right? Pony at the top out, I have about 400 hours in Super Meat Boy. I would say by the time I got learned all my pathing and stuff like that, I was probably around 325 hours. You checked out Legend of Dungeon yet? If so, thoughts? Yes, I have. Looks very cool. May appear on stream at some point. Cloud Pants. Nice. Community is awesome on this channel, and thank you guys for being an awesome community. Sub chat or not, this channel is surrounded by many wonderful, positive, driven people. I know you occasionally let people do the self-promotion thing. Have you ever considered doing a featured unknown kind of thing, like an unknown of the week or something, to showcase some streamers you find entertaining or worthy of promoting? Right now, Net, my problem is I don't have time to find quality content for myself, so I have no trustworthy source to find that kind of information. If I had more time to watch streams or watch content in my time off, I could absolutely do that, and I like to give back to the communities like that, but I can't right now. Not effectively, not... The problem is if I tell people to go watch somebody, I say, hey, this guy's a quality dude. If I haven't watched a lot of your content and I send people to go check you out and it turns out you're a dick, I look horrible. So it's actually, I have to have time to watch somebody's content to know that. So I have a set group of people that I promote, basically, and then that's it for now. So Kerbal Space Program is pretty much confirmed for Sub Choice this Sunday. You're looking forward to it? I am. No, we're good. We're good, Penny. We're good. What game did you play that you thought would be terrible but came out great? Honestly, I don't think I've ever played anything on stream that I thought was going to be terrible. I never played Beautiful in the World, don't even know what it is, and I have no plans to play Outlast. Pony at the top hat. I have done some charity streams, yes, Sergeant Sleepyfist. I'd love to do more charity stuff in the future. Once again, that's an organizational thing. I have to get the rest of my stuff sorted. I'm all about giving money to charity. I do donate to charity myself. I think it's very important. Welcome to the Dapper, Fugrat. Little hand to you. Reflecting back on when you began your streaming, did you ever think live streaming casting was where you wanted to take an adventure? Well, yes, because I committed to 2 years of it. How I fell into streaming was, I worked as a cook at the Golf and Country Club here in town for the better part of 4 years. And I was very good at my job. I enjoyed my job. I enjoyed the people I worked with. And then the recession hit, and then they did layoffs based on unions. So I was the last person on the list as far as seniority goes that got laid off. It had nothing to do with job performance or anything like that. They literally had to go down the list of who had been there the longest and let those people go. So I found myself unemployed. I started dabbling in YouTube. I said I had this time off, I'm looking for another job, can't really find the one I want. So I started dabbling in YouTube videos, and then I ended up getting partnered on YouTube through Yaush. And at about the same time, I found live streaming, and I found live streaming to be so much better than static content making. Because rather than taking 12 hours to edit out a video, I could play a game for 12 hours and have people to talk to. So I really fell in love with streaming, and it ended up getting my Twitch TV partnership a little bit early, and I said, hey, I have this savings I've saved up from my job. I can take a chance here. So we took that chance, and here we are a year and 3/4 later, or 2/3. So that's kind of how I fell into casting. It was actually a really crappy situation where I was very depressed that ended up turning into a different career. Love my laptop, Thugrat. I can stream on it, I can play games on it, I can use it for whatever I want. Honestly, I'm not sure how long it took me to reach 100 or 200 followers. I don't know the answer to it. What do you see yourself doing in the next 10 years? I don't know. I try to live life in the moment. I know what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to format the stream into being an actual show, which we started doing that via live polls. This segment right here, the AMA, doing game reviews on the fly, and there'll be more segments added basically by the start of next month. I want to have the full formatting going. So that's where I see myself right now and towards the end of this year. And then next year running an actual show, and whenever opportunities arise from that are good. I love speaking. I like inspirational speaking, which is cheesy, but I do like motivational speaking, so that may be something I'd branch into the future. I don't know. I have this great outlet, and I'm surrounded by great people, so I really think I can do whatever I want in the next 10 years. We'll see what that is. Yeah, I like looking at the near future, too. I look about 3 months out. Because you never know where your opportunities are going to land. Just like we said, I would have never saw myself doing content production for a living, ever. So, why do you stream later in the night instead of sometime during the day? Because I am a night person. I also have a 3-year-old daughter who I have to spend time with in the morning, so I stream while she's sleeping so I can get the most time with her. And it really benefits my sleep schedule anyways. Sleep schedule. Hello, Tornus. That Pekka. How are you, Mr. Tortoise? Is there any point in which you really knew the streaming was going to work for you? Honestly, in the past 3 months is when I knew it was going to work for me. I still have a very long way to go, and I'm not fully stable in my income or anything like that, but I know it's going to work. What made you want to have ferrets as pets? Well, visited the pet store, and I had never really seen ferrets very much, and I got to hold Rosie, and she was so sweet and lovable, I just had to have her. I honestly don't think I would buy ferrets again. After these pass, it'll probably be the last ferrets I get for quite some time. How long do you usually sleep? As you're up streaming, I say I sleep as much or as little as it takes to stay sane. What influences your selection of stream games? Well, there's not too much rhyme or reason to it, to be honest. I try to be a variety indie game broadcaster. So I like to support indie games. Roxy is like 5.5. What advice do you have for new streamers? This is the hardest question for me to answer because it's really hard. The game has changed since I started broadcasting. I was kind of in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing to have my initial push. The best advice I can give anybody trying to do something like this is have fun with it. Because having fun is going to be the #1 factor in your success. If you have to be enjoying what you're doing. If you're not enjoying it, it's very hard to make anything of it. being consistent is extremely important too. I mean, let me answer this and I'll get back to that. I would say maybe moving your time slot a little bit would be the better way to go rather than expanding out. You don't want to push yourself too hard. If you stream for too long, you become tired, and when you're tired, you're not entertaining. Okay, consistency. If you look at yourself as a broadcaster, when a viewer comes into your channel, they're looking for entertainment. They're looking for consistent entertainment. In order to have a viewer base, people who will come watch you, they have to have an expectation of you being entertaining. So you have to find a slot of time that you can be live all the time. Because if you don't have a schedule when you're streaming, it's very hard for people to know where to find you or want to find you or work you into the routine. So consistency is key. As Man said, fake it till you make it. And by that he said, talk and act as though you had many viewers, even though you had little. It's true. You have to be confident and talk to the chat and enjoy yourself. The shirt is on the store. Yes, Poneswoggle. What do you feel like a caster should do to overcome the mental battle of casting in respects to the fluctuations of emotion that's come with casting? That's a good question. Honestly, streaming is an emotional roller coaster. It's less for me now than it was, but watching your viewer count rise and fall and have bad nights in chat and good nights in chat, it's a real up and down. The best thing you can do is never take it personally. Somebody comes in your chat and they're like really annoying or something, you have to keep in mind that person could be anyone. It could be anyone. I mean, anybody with a computer can come in and say anything they want to. That is their right as a patron of the site. But you don't know how old that person is, what their state of mind is, if they're drunk. You don't know what it is, so don't take it personally. You just have to filter it out. And I will say, as human beings, we have a tendency to focus on things that are negative. But if you actually take a look at all the positive things that are happening, it really balances it out. Like, rather than let that one really irritating comment set you off, you can look at the 10 previous good comments and say, okay, well, I'll take that. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to talk when you don't have viewers to talk to. But the best thing you can do is start learning how to talk through what you're doing in the game, not even specifically talking to one person. That even suits you as a larger broadcaster as well, because there will become times where you cannot read the chat because it's moving too fast, or you don't like it, or you don't want to read it right then. So having a running commentary with yourself is one of the best practices you can have as a broadcaster. Since you now play games and stream for a living, do you enjoy playing games more or less than before when you just played for fun? Honestly, for me, at this point in my life, it's much less about gaming and it's more about live streaming. I would actually say the nature of playing video games has changed for me forever because of broadcasting. I would say I enjoy games less, but I really enjoy broadcasting games. I mean, every once in a while I run across a game that I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing, I'm so enjoying the game. But really, it's about the overall experience. It's about being able to do something you love for money, being surrounded by good people. The people aspect of live streaming is what makes it so unique and good. Not so much the games you play. Because games come and go, some are good, some are bad, some last, some don't. But the people are always consistent. So many good people. What gave you the confidence to leave a good job for something you didn't know would succeed or fail? Honestly, to have the experience of doing it because I could. I saw the opportunity and I said to myself, if I don't take this opportunity, I don't want to look back 10 years later in my life and say, man, I really should have tried that. I could have looked back 10 years from now and said, well, I burned through my life savings because I wanted to try this crazy idea, but damn, I gave it a good shot. I was okay with that. I wasn't okay with looking back and saying, I really missed an opportunity. Looking back, do you wish you could continue to pursue YouTube as you stream? No, because I would not have had the time to do both. I had this illusion when I first started streaming that I was going to be able to stream and do YouTube and do all these other things. Fact is, there's not enough time in the day. So, I'm happy to be pursuing YouTube more now. I have a much more structured focus on the stream, but I could not have done both and had the success I've had. I can't rate my own stream, Squish. That's for you guys to do. That's my mentality. Try it and you might succeed. It's true, though. An attribute of successful people, and I don't consider myself wholly successful, not even close. But an attribute of successful people is they're willing to fail, meaning they will put themselves in more situations where they can fail, and eventually something will work. Failure is not a bad thing. As long as you learn a lesson from your failures, you're well on your way to being successful. Do you think OWN TV was a good or bad thing for live streaming overall? I never watched it, but competition always good for consumers. Well, I will say this. What OWN TV did to their partners was really crappy. They didn't pay the people that were providing the service for them. I think it was a good thing overall for streaming. Let's face it, right now Twitch TV is gaming streaming, and it probably always will be because of that, because any new startup's going to have the problem of people are not going to want to leave Twitch TV, which has been stable and always paid their partners, for something that offers more money or whatever it is. It's going to be very hard. Now, I will say that Twitch TV has always done a very good job of trying to innovate the site, being fair to partners, viewers, so on and so forth. So I think it was good for live streaming, but monopolies are scary. Have you ever thought about delegating your work to other people, or do you prefer to work alone on your product? I prefer to do as much as I possibly can by myself. I try to keep my workload manageable to myself only. I have no problem asking for help, but on that same note, I'd rather do it myself, because at least then I know what got done and how it got done. Good night, chicken. What kind of stuff do you do before and after your stream? Okay, like, before stream, I might upload a couple of videos. I might highlight some stuff out. Same thing with after stream. Answer emails. Look for games to play on the stream. Spend about an hour before cast, hour after cast. So I technically work an 8-hour day, 7 days a week. That's about my workload. I do open up donations, Fugrat. In fact, I'll be opening up donations here in a couple days. My birthday is next month, so I'm going to open it up through my birthday. Birthday is October 9th. I usually open up donations for the last week of each month. Oh, sure, Penny. I definitely want to get my own place, but I got a lot of saving to do. I don't make tons and tons of money. I need to grow my sub count. I need to press my affiliate programs. I need all that stuff to continue to grow to reach my financial and personal goals. But, yeah, definitely. When you're streaming, do you ever feel pressure while playing a game? Can you give me, can you clarify that? Pressured how? I have no desire to play Terraria. I know it's a great game, but it's not for me. Same with Minecraft. Good night, Tip. I still got so much to do. So much to do. Do you ever feel the need to rush or do something interesting because you're being watched? Much less now than I did before, but yeah, there's definitely that pressure there to, especially to be entertaining, or I wouldn't so much say rush, but trying to be entertaining. Have a good one, Thundercast. If you guys have not checked out Thundercast, I would recommend checking him out. Entertaining dude. Good morning, Smugscriber. That name. I'm really excited for Legend of Grimrock 2 to come out for the return of Ted Smug-L Nub-Nub. Do you think it is wise or unwise for casters that are fairly familiar with casting, yet not very large, to have merchandise? I recommend that all casters set up merchandise, affiliate marketing, all those things as early as you possibly can, and talk about them on your stream. Talk about them often. Affiliate marketing, merchandise, all that stuff, it does not happen overnight. It takes months and months and months and months, perhaps even a year, before you see the returns, but starting them early is not going to hurt you. I think Spreadshirt has a small fee for like setting up your shop, but other than that, all other affiliate marketing is free. It's just a resource as a broadcaster. Whoa, Torrance, are you doing XCOM Enemy Within Impossible Iron Man? Besides latching onto a big name caster, what's the best way to get attention to your channel? It honestly takes time and just lots of hours. There's no shortcut to success. There's no hype train that'll get you there. All that stuff only lasts so long. The only thing that all the successful broadcasters have in common is an incredible amount of hours and time put into their cast. They all have it in common. I'll use Total Biscuit as an example. I don't watch very much of his content, and I can always reference Twitch streamers, but I'll say this, like, Total Biscuit has been putting out 3, 4, 5 videos a day, every single day, for years and years. He's just been doing it so consistently. And yes, his content is very good because he's honed it down to an exact science. But consistency is always the thing that comes back. It always comes back. Do you have a son, daughter? Either way, how do you think it will be when she tells her friends that you're working in school? I'm going to raise my daughter to think the exact same way I do, that other people's opinions are not the end of the world. So people are going to think whatever they're going to think. That's life. Oh yeah, for sure, Tornus. It's possible. That's actually the first time I watched your cast, Tornus. Is when you were playing XCOM. Sure, Funkrat, but there's lots of people that don't like me, and there's been lots of people in my life that don't like me for whatever reason, but it's not my problem. It's a hard thing to let go of as a broadcaster, is the people's general opinion of you, but you look at it in the grand scope of things. You're surrounded by thousands and thousands of people. The expectation that everybody's going to like you is so unrealistic. Not to mention, people on the internet are they're so willing to judge somebody they know nothing about. I mean, you guys know me on my broadcast, I talk about all this stuff, but really you don't know who I am when I am in the cast. You don't know how I am with my family or anything like that. But people are always willing to judge something they know nothing about. Indeed, Tornish, your English was, it was coherent when you were playing XCOM, but your English has come so far since that time. I also recommend Mr. Tornish like I do all the time. Follow that man. Not even gonna say why, just do it. You think having a mentor, whoever it may be, is somewhat of an edge to newer ones casting on shit? Sure. Talking to other people and gaining information is extremely important. Everyone has their own experience broadcasting. Everybody has something to offer. The hard part is, like, you can give somebody all the advice in the world, but it won't mean anything till they have the experience for themselves. But yes, talking to people about the experience is good. Honestly, I have very little time to watch content right now, period. I really don't have time to watch casts at the moment. Networking is one of the most important things about pretty much any media job, but networking is just not having a large Twitter following, not having a large Facebook following. It's about interconnecting with people. At the end of the day, you want to have the respect of your peers in your field. That's the ultimate thing. If you can gain the respect of your peers, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. If your peers respect you, the people that do the same thing you do respect you as a person, you're set. And yes, it is important to every field, but especially in content production and media. Is going to PAX a must for a broadcaster? No. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy I went to PAX. It was a great experience, but did it do anything for my career? No. It helped me in being able to meet a lot of people from my stream and talk to some devs and stuff, but other than that, it cost me like $1,200 for a couple days. 1,200 is probably a gross overstatement, but several hundred. What do you think the best networking opportunity is for broadcasters, both new and veterans? I did meet Tommy, yes. I think the best networking opportunity is the people that are right around your level. You want to find people, I will say the number one thing I look for people that I've networked with, that I continue to network with, is somebody that's willing to share ideas with you. Look for people that are willing to share ideas. Not every idea is good, not every idea is bad, but people that are willing to bounce ideas back and forth with you are exactly the people you want to meet. I'm not going to leave the beard behind. I will, like, trim it down so it looks nice. That's what I want to do. I pretty much decided I'm going to keep my beard forever because it's just part of my brand. But I will make it look nice. Did you make many friends with the whole experience? Honestly, I don't take the word friend lightly. Truth be told, there's only one person I've met the entire time doing this challenge that I consider a friend. Have I met many great acquaintances? Absolutely. I've met many great people? Certainly. Friend? Only one. A friend is someone that I can trust completely with information. That I can bounce ideas off. They're willing to share with me, I share with them. That I can trust with any matter of information, and I know it's safe. I don't meet those people every day. It doesn't mean I'm not willing to share ideas with people and talk with other people and be friendly and nice and enjoy the company of others, but friend is a very serious word for me. Do you feel that being popular deteriorated your relation with other people on Twitch, conventions? Now people that know about you probably either see you as God or the worst person on earth based on seeing you a normal person, I think. You know, it's an interesting thing. That's definitely hard. Like when you're in the spotlight, people hold you to this extremely high, harsh standard, one way or another. You're right. People either look at you as this godlike figure or just the scum of the earth. There's very few in between. Fact is, I'm just a normal guy. So yes, I do think it has deteriorated some relationships, but probably not the type of relationships that I wanted to foster anyways. I do like keeping things on a more business level, absolutely. I like to keep my business and personal life separate. I love business, I really do. I was raised around business, I love business, I love talking business with people, I love giving people advice. I love bouncing ideas off, but I try to keep it very impersonal for the most part. Mr. B. Welcome to Dapper. Little hand to you, sir. Could you ever see yourself in an actual studio doing this job, or is working from home one of those major jobs? Honestly, the setup I have right now is pretty damn close to a studio. Has casting gotten in the way of your personal health? Not really. I still have a little bit of time to work out. What's up, Cry? How are you, sir? I appreciate OBR's advice. No, it helped me a lot when I was first getting started on Twitch. Honestly, I'm willing to share whatever knowledge or information I have, however people want to take it. Hell, I could give you bad advice for all I know, but I'm always willing to share ideas, advice, any knowledge that I have I want to share with everybody else. I don't think knowledge is meant to be hoarded. Are you done with organization teams, or is joining a conglomeration of broadcast something you should? I have no interest in being a part of any team. It's not even that I had a horrible experience with teams. It's just, people are very random. People change. Situations change. I know I have complete control over myself, good or bad. So I'd rather go it alone, because at least I know everything's on me. I've done several things, not just being part of a team on Twitch, but I've done several things in my life where I was part of a team, relying on other people, doing all these things, and it always ends up not quite working for me. It's not that the experience was bad or resent anyone in the situation, it's just it didn't work for me. I reach a point where I feel like I've offered everything that I can, and then I don't want to be a part of the situation anymore. The most reliable thing you have is yourself. So I can say I've never left a situation where I was part of a group on bad terms, but I know when it's time to leave. What is the most difficult part of the process of casting and broadcasting? Where do you find inspiration for materials and things in your YouTube account and cooking portion? The difficult part is just the mental stability is the hard part. I honestly find being in a routine now to be good for me mentally, because I know what I'm doing every day. Yeah, depending on others is the precarious thing. It can be incredibly beneficial to you, but it's also dangerous. What makes a game good for streaming? Well, one, Had to be able to interact with the chat, and fun to watch is always good. It's so random what games are good. How many times have you called up and raged your ISP for dropouts over the course of streaming? 0. I've had such a good experience with my ISP, which is Comcast Business Class. People rage at Comcast all the time. I've had nothing but good experience. I've had a repair guy at my door at 3 a.m. in the morning, and he was happy to be here. Well, I've never raged at my ISP because they've always treated me good. Yeah, but he didn't have to be happy to be there at 3 a.m. in the morning. He didn't have to be. He was, though. Good night, Mr. B. Thank you again. I honestly can't remember the last time I raged. It's been years. I'm probably due to go postal or something. I don't know. Earthworm Jim, though. Okay, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. I do not rage at games ever. It's a game. I have fun with it. If I don't have fun with it, I stop playing it. Good night, Fade. That's true. No, Hannah. I was very nice to him, which he probably appreciated. You ever consider playing old school games on stream? I will not emulate games on stream, so it's very hard for me to do. Nor do I want to dick around with having a console in addition to all the stuff I have here, so probably not. No, I may play a game like Abe's Odyssey, which is on Steam, but as far as the old stuff I played as a child, it's not really realistic. Yeah, setup video would be a good thing to do, actually. Because my setup has actually changed drastically since the last time I took a picture of it. Guess not that drastically. No Pong, darn it! Maybe some Minesweeper, though. Yeah, I have a Black Magic Intensity and a Hauppauge, you know. Oh god, that's so true, Midnights. Even if you're having a really crappy situation, it's never the person on the phone's fault or the person that shows up to try to fix your problem's fault. The nicer you are to that person on the phone or when they show up to help you, the better results you're gonna get. That is always the case. But what if they hang up on you? Well, that's when you call back and ask for the manager. You always ask for the manager. Audio Technica 2020, you know. Any more chance of chess streams? Yeah. There's a chance. I'm actually sitting right next to a 1977 Big Deal pinball machine. I would love to do a pinball cast at some point. What made you want to add more structure to the stream? Because I believe it's the natural progress of what needs to happen. Very few people have format on their stream and formatted content. I think it's something that needs to be done. So I'm taking a risk by doing it, and I think it's going to work. I guess we'll wait and see. I'd actually love to get the machine restored at some point. It's an oldie, but a goodie. I think structure is something that's really missing. Can't just skip over having a flipping pinball machine like that. It's an old one, man. It's an old machine. Still runs, though. Just have to keep looking, Wolves. There's good people out there. I agree, Captain Silly Frog. The machine itself is not very busy. It's not hard to play, which is good. I honestly prefer older pinball machines over the newer ones. The new ones just have so much stuff going on. Like it shoots in a hole and then pops out the other side. Like I want to know where my pinball is at most times. Too many lights and flashing stuff, and the scoring doesn't make any sense. My machine gets to all nines, it rolls back to 0, and you know you had a good round. Influx was good, but also very frustrating. I'll be doing a review on it tomorrow. It was kind of weird. There was something off about it. I don't regret buying it. I don't feel like I wasted my money, but there was something off about it. It was the controls that were off. I have to sleep on it and wake up, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. What is it, Midnights? Unemployment quest, nice. I like platformers. It's a ball. I've always loved platformers. Platformers are my jam. Past that, I'm best at shooters, but platformers have always hit a note for me. Alright guys, thank you all for your awesome questions tonight. That's actually a very good AMA. Really look forward to coming back and doing it again tomorrow.